Hello guys, welcome to part 16 of the Remake 2 playthrough.
What, that's it?
Yeah. No, I'm just busy.
Such enthusiasm.
I'm just listening to that dialogue because I like that line. Because it really shows that Leon's... Oh, what's the word I'm looking for? He's eager to see justice served. Because he's all about righteousness. Which is the whole point of a police officer.
Yeah. Well, he's puppy-like in his enthusiasm.
Well, I mean, he already has a puppy dog for falling for Ada here.
I
thought I might need your help.
I think I said before, what evidence does he have to not trust her at this point?
He looks so out of place with his casual outfit here.
It's like, how did you wash that?
I didn't. I just magically changed it for the pause menu.
You smelly bastard.
Oh, come on. The smell's gone now.
Finish this case. You're the last hope I've got.
It's like L.A. Noire when you switch outfits, all injuries disappear.
Insert sexy music here.
Somewhere out there, all the ladies are geeking out.
I think we know of one particular, don't we?
Yep.
I gotta see this through.
No, you don't.
And I want to see you again.
Yeah, she's pretty much
I bet you the lady say, "Oh my God, she touched her knee."
What she's doing here, she's choosing the right words to essentially manipulate Leon into trusting her, and she's doing it really well.
Yeah.
You're gonna need this.
But, well, I would say too well, because soon this is not the first time they like this. Flirtiness goes all the way up to Resident Evil 6. It's like by the time when you get to RE6 into the story, you're just thinking, oh, for God's sake, just fucking kiss.
So, Ada, you're just gonna sit there for the rest of the game?
And they just did.
Well...
You kind of fucked yourself.
Yeah, I've contradicted myself there.
Did they kiss in the original game? I'm trying to remember.
I don't think so. There was that bit in Darkside Chronicles.
I haven't played that in a long time, though.
Anyway, on to the lab.
Are those scratch marks
where
still
science happens?
Are those scratch marks still on Leon's back?
Yes, they are, but I don't think they're covered in blood.
Yeah, I can kind of see them.
Man,
for your safety, please provide your hidden hand for identification.
I am convinced that's Karen Strassman voicing the lab computer. Like, it has to be. It's the same tone of voice she uses in some of her other roles when she's doing the general voice.
It yet.
Well, she is credited as Annette, but it might be an uncredited role for that. The lab.
Some actors do that. Aye.
So here we are.
Now for his costume. It's exactly the same as it is in RE6.
No, that one had the blood on it for some odd reason.
Alright.
No, I meant like it's the exact same thing, but they probably just took off the blood.
This is so weird.
And nothing beats it when I first got here than when I did a close up of the pendant and the pendant moved on its own.
That was amazing. Like, if I'd known that the blocky costumes affected some of the objects in hilarious ways in the cutscenes, I would have kept using it in the cutscenes too, because spoiler alert, I switched back before the next cutscene happens, like actual big cutscene happens, just so we could have proper lip syncing and stuff. Now here we are again in the kitchen. Again, you want to be very careful because the zombies are like hiding out in the darkness here.
Now you're using the Matilda.
Yeah, because ammo's getting a little scarce.
Yeah.
So I really do have to make use of everything I have now.
What? Hey, I was just eating my dinner.
You were eating someone. That's not exactly dinner. I would say it's illegal as well.
Solid, and that was fuel for the flamethrower.
Yeah, you won't find many canisters of it, so make use of it sparingly. That scared the shit out of me, by the way.
Like, look at the way his hand was when he's holding a knife. No fingers around the handle.
Yeah, that's awesome. You know what's even more awesome about that is you actually see the two flaps of the head, what's left of them, wobbling as they go down.
Well, you did mention that if you get a nice perfect shotgun shell where in the chest, when they fall to the ground, they split in half.
I don't think I remember to show that off, or if I do, it's by accident. Because at this point, I was just focusing on getting a run done efficiently. Take this asshole out, because he's always in the way.
He didn't even see it coming.
He's not supposed to. He's an asshole. They do give you a generous amount of shells throughout the lab as you head on, so don't be afraid to use 1 or 2 of them if you need be. But save some of them for later, because you'll need them for G3.
No, that was the only upgrade for the chemical flamethrower that you picked up.
Yeah, basically, you don't use the fuel as quickly compared to without, as you would without.
But even then, you still didn't know that the trick is to tap the button, not hold it down.
Oh, see that fucking cat?
Return of the cat.
It's like it's a signal for the bell goes, I'm here.
Yep.
Oh, the bell? Is it the villagers in RE4 then?
Nakamura. Tenemos que iros. I don't know what you're saying.
We're off to the bingo party.
Oh, here's why I first fucked up.
Yeah. Yeah, we are inventory.
Aye. It's one of those you don't realise you fucked up till you actually see it. You know what I mean? You can't. Sometimes when you're so caught up in your head, you can't predict everything that's going to happen.
Matt in Code Veronica. Sorry, folks.
A
little bit of a cough, so.
Yeah.
Oh no! Now he's infected.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's spreading.
Alright, now that I've got the signal modulator, we're going back for the hip pouch.
Aye, because Leon gets it a bit early.
Yeah.
Compared to Claire.
In the A scenario, you don't get it until later.
Aye, until you got to past the lab, past the plant room, go up to the second floor of the stairs, and there it's there. But this which means you get the last hip pouch easily at last, and that's it.
Here's Wayne Lee's note.
What, Lee? 5 vids?
Nope.
Son of a bitch, if we fought him there.
Now the Dr. Lee zombie actually bursts out of that, but fuck him. He's not worth the ammo, so he can rot.
You know he's gonna catch up to you eventually. Do you know, that'd be some shit if you do all this, right, getting all the antivirus and the G sample.
They get one shot by him.
No, you come back here, and then he's there right as the door opens.
Now, I don't think I'm going to play the video later that I find it, because it's the exact same one Andrew found and has run, so...
I better hope you better not be lying.
Would I lie to you?
Yes.
That's all we need to say. Yes. Just input, in fact, yes.
Lie mode. Of course it'll work, sir, no worries.
Yeah, Leon doesn't get as much weapons compared to Claire.
But the weapons he does get are really awesome to play with.
Yeah, true enough.
Like, who would turn away a chance to use the Magnum? Unless you're doing a speed run where you're not using it, you have to be insane to not pick up the Magnum.
Now, is it pretty much confirmed that the herbs were also produced by Umbrella?
I don't know. No, they grow in the Arklay Mountains, actually. I believe if you examine the herb in the inventory, it says that. Native to the Arklay Mountains or something like that.
Aye, but how did they get here? Yeah. In the lab?
I don't know.
Which is under the sewers, which is, in turn is under the city.
How the fuck am I supposed to know? It's a video game.
Is logic not really applicable?
That kind of creeped me out the first time I played when the vines were actually stopping the door from opening.
Aye. But here's your first encounter with the ivy.
Just go to town on them with a flamethrower.
Insert burn, baby, burn here.
Now, unfortunately, I'm using too much fuel here, but because
what you're supposed to do is you can see it staggering in pain. What you have to do is wait for that to stop, and then just fire again and again and again. It doesn't, so you don't waste too much ammo.
I did not know that at the time of this when I did this.
And as you can see, folks, plus the combinations for Steven here are completely different than I was here.
But nonetheless, I show that Leon is psychic and knows how to get around here, even though it's his first time here. Warning. Someone skipped puzzles. Free use of notes. Lockdown initiated.
This person has. We can identify that this person has a notepad in his left pocket.
Actions have been logged for what was it? Disciplinary
measures. Yeah.
Oh, for using a notepad, isn't that what the whole point of a fucking notepad is? Same fetch quest as last time, and same puzzle. And yes, the combination, puzzle solution is different.
Yes,
hi,
it is.
cat. Cat's just.
She doesn't know when to leave us alone, doesn't she?
Melee. Reading.
Since your attention is not on me, this cannot be allowed.
Don't away for the wires.
She'll be fine. Just ignore her. She may be a sook, but she knows how to stay out of trouble.
Yeah.
You see what cats are like, though.
Aye.
They can be cruel bastards sometimes.
I just love how we went through a chemical mixing to cats.
Because we got a bit sidetracked there.
Can you imagine zombie cats?
Oh god.
Oh,
No, there are zombie cheetahs in Resident Evil Outbreak File 2 in the zoo. That was one of the best scenarios in Outbreak File 2 because there were so many different types of enemies you had to fight.
But then File number 2 wasn't really a sequel, it was more like an expansion pack, wasn't it?
It was released as a separate game, but I see what you mean by that.
Because I looked at the, you find through all this through wikis and all that. What I've looked in the wiki of File number 2 was that it reuses the same ones it had in File 1 but adds new ones, so I'm thinking it's more like an expansion pack.
There is a boss rush you can unlock for File 2 where you fight the bosses from File 1. So I think that's what they reused.
Including Zombie Elephant. Because fuck, why not?
Aye.
There you go.
I was kind of... I was about to hesitate there because I didn't know if I actually staggered him with that shot. As long as you hit one of the bulbs, you'll stagger the ivy and you can run by it.
And plus they can't climb down ladders.
I just have to stealthily release a patch that let them do that as you're just going through it again. It's just like, oh, I can't get down here. Oh god!
No, they just fall down.
Oh god.
Right.
We're back in here again. And before I turn the power on,
You're gonna get rid of these guys.
yeah. Bye. Here we are again.
It's satisfying.
Now, I can't remember, but I think I missed one of the zombies. And that might come back to bite me in the ass.
Yeah, I think you did, because when I got here there's usually 4. There's 4 zombies in here, and then later down the corridor 2 lickers come in.
Aye.
Because I couldn't seem to find out where that zombie was. I'm looking about.
Can you imagine this as a surprise that, in the police station you have to deal with the lickers, but when you get here it's hunters.
Aye.
No. Oh, actually, in the Nintendo 64 version of Resident Evil 2, there's a small Easter egg. There is a dead hunter somewhere in the lab, actually.
Alright. So just I thought, can you imagine this in VR?
Oh. No, I want this in first. I want to be able to play this in first person because I've seen clips of this game being played in first person. It looks amazing.
Aye,
Unfortunately, it's just a mod.
Aye. It looks more terrifying, especially with Mr. Rex behind your house.
Past me, combine the shotgun shells in my inventory. Past me's a moron.
There you go.
I knew I wouldn't have made such a blatant mistake. Here's where your inventory management needs to be top notch.
Aye, because you have to think ahead. But that's the same for any Resident Evil game.
More so in this one, I would say, just because there is so much shit to pick up in the lab.
Right.
Walk here.
Yeah, because when the lickers come down, they won't hear you. But you wouldn't think that at first when you got here the first time.
Aye.
Yeah, and in the A
So they might be
scenario,
thinking, you must have triggered them to appear, so
Aye.
fuck it, they know you're there.
And there's where you find the trophy.
You pick it up just to discard it.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, show off. That's how you're supposed to find one of the codes. I don't know how you find the second one, though. Unless there is another trophy somewhere with that on it.
Maybe in a file somewhere.
Blah, blah, blah. Useless.
There's the biohazard suits.
Might want to put that on, Leon.
Who left the freezer open?
Not me.
Well, someone really wanted a can of Pepsi. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that? Not here. Here's where they do all their science and all and cooling solutions, but in the back they've got a freezer full of cans.
Now, initially, I did plan to skip this cutscene entirely, but then I decided, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna have you guys suffer and sit through the whole thing again.
It's oh the agony, oh the suffering.
Well,
Not.
Matt from SGB didn't seem to like this.
Well,
Waste.
that was because in the original you couldn't skip it.
Yeah. Waste of fucking time. And then when Johnny runs through it and we have to watch it again, Matt's like, ah.
And then Elliot finds like, now I know how you feel, John. And he's, you've been doing that for a long time, which is why I want you to stop.
Oh, Elliot, Captain Falcon with his bird calls.
He's bird call eye. That must have been a pain in the arse to edit.
Yeah. Again, walk when you get out of here.
Aye, because the liquors, I assume the liquors have moved on for...
One tiny little tap of the run button.
Can you imagine if they went through the door?
Oh, thankfully they don't do that. Bye.
But because you picked up the solution, you're going to get an ivy plant here.
Yeah. I think I'm just going to down him and run by.
Aye, because you're not coming back in here, then.
Yep.
Aye, you're not coming back
Here
here
we
anyway,
are.
so there's no point.
That's how it's done. Efficiency is the name of the game.
Aye, that's what it's like. You've got to think about, okay, which hallways I know I'm going to be using multiple times because I want to avoid this hallway.
Yeah.
So all the enemies in that hallway I want to go through, I've got to kill them all.
Because that's one thing I love about Resident Evil in general, is like the challenge is not so much like beating the game. It's learning all of the mechanics.
And surviving.
And improving your skills to efficiently beat the game and speedrun it effectively.
Yeah.
It rewards the players who go out of their way to master it.
Yeah, or as the completionist said, that when you're to master the game, you have to become the deadliest creature in the game.
Yeah.
Flame on, asshole!
Yeah, Chris says that if you're playing as, I think, Sheva, and you order him to pick the flamethrower up.
To quote from Flash Season 1, assuming you've seen it, Stevie. Why do they people call you the Heat?
Yeah.
I'm the Heat! What, Heat Wave Dominic Purcell.
Yeah.
Do you know what? He would be a Heatwave would love this place if he gets to burn all these plants and he doesn't know when to stop.
Aye, but then he probably destroys the G-Virus somehow, and the safety the failsafe kicks in and blows the whole place up. That did pauses.
I'm sorry, what was that? That did the trick. No, when you get back here, you won't have the ivy plant in that room that you just left,
Nope.
as I did.
Oh, believe me, it won't help me. Because things are about to get real. Now, I missed a blue herb off to the side there. I didn't know it was there until a more recent run through after this recording. This is where things are about to get really, really crazy.
Yeah, the window's broken. Mr. X is behind you.
No, he has to walk around to reach me.
I thought he was right behind you because he burst through the window.
Oh, what? Really?
Aye, when you went through the lab and you see the guy up against the window.
Aye.
I think he bursts through that and then jumps down.
I didn't see that. Huh.
Probably because you're too busy fighting
'Cause
insta-killed creatures.
I knew he was on the way though. That's why I was like rushing to get out of there.
Aye, my first playthrough, when I did the second scenario of Leon, I didn't turn around and I
Yeah,
just clearly saw him bursting through the window.
Yeah, there's some music kicking in. Before I leave, I show off. If you have the full like authorization, you can check that.
But you'll have to pause the video if you want to read the files.
Does Mr. X follow you in here?
No, hence why the music's not playing. Mr. X is like Nemesis, he does not follow you in if you go into a safe room. And you still have the car key.
I've grown attached to this car key, it's mine
Yeah,
now.
I had to skip the long barrel for the Matilda and the laser scope for the Magnum, or I wouldn't have made the S rank time. Which
For a second I
which
thought you said
sucks.
Magnum there.
Bag them. What is that? A big massive bag that's called Numb?
Aye.
And that's a projectile weapon that acts like a potato bomb?
So there we are. Now that we've got full authorization on the wristband, we can get into the west wing in order to pick up a G-Virus.
At this point, the challenge is done.
Yeah.
Aye.
Well, not quite, because we still have G.
Well, I mean, like when you go into the next area, then when you exit that area, that's when the boss comes. When you go into the lab, there's nothing like no IVs or
Yeah,
anything like
all
that.
the items that you're about to find are there to set you up and prepare you for G3.
Oh, do you know what? They should have done that actually, for considering this. When you get to this area, it's pretty bland. Besides a few extra collectibles and all that, they should have put the giant moth in here.
Yeah, the moth was cut from this. So were the spiders.
Even then, that was an optional boss in the original game.
I don't get why they cut the spiders.
And your reward for it was?
I believe it's when you defeat and you shoot its maggots off a computer, you unlock something that the second character can use in the second scenario.
Yeah, I think it was to weaken the ivies.
Yeah, because if you didn't weaken the ivies when you play the second scenario, they become poison variants.
Yeah, and they were much stronger.
So that's what you have to do. You go up the second floor where the moth is, kill it, and then Surprisingly, you don't fry the computer when you shoot the maggots off them. So.
I am showing this off. Oh.
So you lied.
Wait, did we see this in your run for?
Yes.
Yeah.
You fucking lied to me. You cannot be trusted.
And who was asked, would you lie to us?
Oh. It has been a while since I recorded this though.
Still don't believe that's Hunk?
Yeah, now I recognize him.
You think I didn't know you were coming? This is my life's work.
This is margin!
I'm not handing you
No. If this was a Scottish William Birkin. You saying my gears know the business, you winked up prick?
I've covered laws, you know.
And then can you imagine him in court where he's trying to present the G-Virus, and then Mr. Birkin made a provocative gesture by standing on the defence table and begging towards the gallery, Munden!
I love that tune, the Fat Christmas special. I really do.
A.k.a. Petrocelli, a.k.a. Santa.
That's one of my favourites of all time. Yeah, we're going off on a tangent here, but it's shit we've already seen before, so...
Aye, we've got to keep the banter going.
Let's move.
If these were soldiers and we started talking... If there was a Scottish accent here, I bet you all the Americans here would be like, what the fuck are you saying?
Aye.
were G samples.
I just love that when you switch the blocky costumes, the lips aren't moving.
Yeah, that's why I'm switching back before I get the next big cutscene.
Here's the good news about G from Umbrella Inc. Our bribes will take care of that from now on.
But if I'd known that the blocky costumes didn't really work the way they're supposed to in the cutscenes, I would have kept it on, just because I didn't realise until after you showed off the medal floating around on its own. That was amazing.
It's like, now you discard the videotape when you realise you had it in your pocket.
Back to the item box one last time.
Well, not for the last time.
Well, for this run. At least I think.
I mean, you've got 2 bosses coming up.
No. 3.
Oh, yeah, that's
Because
right.
this is the B scenario.
Oh, right, that's... Yeah.
So, yeah, you'll want to make sure you got enough ammo for later.
But when you get to the second boss, you'll get an awesome weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Off to quarantine. I missed this on my first playthrough, by the way. That gunpowder.
Oh, do you know what? See if they didn't. See this room right here. What if they made a reference to the movie with the lasers?
Resident Evil 4 already did it. Leon with his bullshit backflip to let him avoid all those lasers. Like, how the nah. Real life, he'd be dead.
No, then you look at that Advent Children shit he pulls off in Degeneration.
Not where he gets smacked across the wall and is still fine.
Now, actually, we didn't bother seeing what was in those test tubes in the recording, but actually what's in them is G-Virus samples. Like, you can see eyeballs and all that. They're just samples that Umbrella studied on.
Oh, it's like samples of infected tissue.
Like they cut off the arm and then it's in a tube so it can't do anything.
Oh yes, plenty of shotgun ammo.
Until it's like hanging up eyeball in the palm.
No, I would have loved it if they put it in the test tube, right? Then hours later they come back, it's transitioned from that to the middle finger.
Here we are. We're getting prepped up for the last part of the game. And then the next part we'll fight G3. We'll catch you guys then.